Hello. Welcome to the Introvert Conversation, where we're not loud but proud to be who we are and we make no excuses for it. In today's video, I'm going to talk about three things. There's three things that you should do in the year 2023. Stay tuned.
With introverted advice is not to listen to too many coaches. Often what happens if we're watching a lot of YouTube videos, if we're reading a lot of books, we're in introvert forums, we're in introvert support groups. All those things are helpful, but sometimes it's just a little bit too much. Maybe narrow it down to your top 3 or your top 5 coaches, gurus, books, self-help. Sometimes it's just too much. Anything more than 10 can be overwhelming, or you can feel like you want to give up because you're starting over, because you started a new plan and someone else to listen to. So even if you had enough of me, sometimes it's just a little bit too much. So try to narrow it down to, your top 3 coaches, your top 3 videos that you watch at a time, because what happens is that you end up watching too much content and then you don't actually start applying what you're learning and what you're taking in. At one point, it starts to become just regurgitated information, and it goes from one ear, what do they say, one ear out the other ear, something. You all get what I'm saying. But sometimes you just got to tone it down and just say, you know what, for the month of January, I'm only going to focus on maybe concepts from 3 of the top 3 coaches or gurus or self-help books, and see how far and see how helpful that can be. My point is that sometimes it's just a little bit too much information, and it's time to apply some of that knowledge that you learned, that you're learning.
Number 2. Now is the time that you've taken the advice, you've listened, you've decided that the advice that was given to you, that it resonates with you, and now it's time to put your plans into action. Now it's time to get into the action phase of anything that you want to accomplish as an introvert, whether it's working on social skills, whether it's improving at the workplace, or whether it's just something that you and yourself want to achieve. Now it's time to put your plans into action. No more just thinking about it. Now is the time to do it. So, sorry about that. With number 3, it's all about giving yourself a break. And what I mean by that is that whatever you do or whatever you don't do, don't be hard on yourself. Give yourself a break mentally. Allow yourself to make mistakes. Allow yourself to feel that you didn't accomplish maybe what you wanted to accomplish, but relax and give yourself a break. Don't beat up on yourself about it, because introverts tend to, when we don't usually meet certain goals or certain expectations of ourselves, despite others' expectations, they're always going to have expectations that we may not can meet. But there may be expectations that we may have applied for ourselves. And if we don't meet those things, give yourself a break. Give yourself time to really not be hard on yourself. So those are my 3 things for 2023. Number 1, don't listen to too many coaches. Don't read so many books about being an introvert. It's sometimes too much information. Sometimes you don't know where to start. Sometimes you feel like you're accomplishing things, but then you're trying to start over because you're listening to this person and that person, this guru and that coach. Try to just narrow it down to your top 2 or your top 3, or no more than 5. Number 2, it's time to start putting those plans into actions. Anything that you wanted to accomplish. For instance, your goal for 2023 is to say more positive affirmations and be more accepting of being a quiet personality. Now is the time to do that. Don't put those goals off. Now is the time to put those plans into action. And number 3, whatever you do, don't be hard on yourself. Know that you're going to make mistakes, and breathe and relax and get through it. So hopefully those 3 tips help for 2023. Oh gosh, I can't believe we're already here. Once again, thank you so much for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. The Introvert Conversation, and I'm out. Bye.